In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can use Notion as a CRM. This is the same system that I've talked to over 160 agencies, and it's the same infrastructure that we use to go to $200,000 per month inside of our video agency. If you can nail this sales system, you will get more leads, you will stay organized with your leads, you will close more deals because you're more efficient and more organized with everything that you have in place as it pertains to your sales system, and you will be able to scale from this. This is pretty much the same operating system that our business has used to scale to over $200,000 per month in the video agency space. And I'm gonna give you insight on this so that you can start implementing this in your business today. So there's really gonna be three parts that I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over the momentum operating system, I'm gonna go through the leads operating system, and I'm gonna go through the sales operating system. The momentum operating system is essentially the operating system that you can start building off of, that you can start using inside of your business if you are at that 0 to 10K per month mark and you're trying to get quick wins, quick deals inside of your business. So what we have here is a couple of different sections that I'm gonna go over. First is the prospect interviews. What we need to do is we need to make note of who those prospects are and put them inside of our prospect interview section inside of the Momentum OS. So this is just a database. Once we add names, we can open this up in a whole framework to have the prospect interviews will show up here. Everything from reaching out to them to actually having the call can be housed there. Second section is going to be the Dream 100. It is basically who are these people that you want to actually talk to and build a relationship with and start potentially getting the opportunity to work with. Third thing that we're going to go over is the activity tracker. We're not tracking anything. It's going to be really hard to scale from because if we don't have the numbers of how many messages we're sending positive replies, like how do we expect to eventually get this off of our plate, hire somebody and have really clear expectations? Like we can't. What's cool here on the activity trackers, let's just say we're going to add a date. Today's date is the 25th. What this indicates is, did I post on social media? How many messages did I send today? How many positive replies? And how many calls did I get? And then maybe a mantra. Now what we're able to see is we can see by month how many messages we sent. So we sent 99 last month, 45 this month so far. We can go to calendar and start to track our activity. And I can almost guarantee you success or results of your business will be a direct reflection of your activity tracker. Potentially hard truth for some people, but that's the reality of the situation. Like if you can track and keep track of stuff and document everything, then you're going to start to know your numbers and you're going to start to be able to scale up from that. And then down below, two other things, just calendar links. So if you are setting appointments from direct messages, email, it's always really good to have these handy from like a database perspective. And then any standard operating procedures, like we give all the agencies inside of Agency U like grips and all that sort of stuff. So this is pretty much set aside for all Agency U members. So if this sounds interesting to you and you're convinced right now that you really freaking need something like this, go ahead and book a call with our team down below, agencyu.co/booking, and we'll chat with you and see if you could be a fit for Agency U. Otherwise, let's get on with the video. Second thing would be the leads operating system. We need to have a database where we're tracking all of the leads, and we define leads as a potential to get a booked call. Up top, we have the leads database, so we can view it by board, which is what we're looking at right now. If we're running any ads or doing any lead magnets, we can have pretty much an automation from Zapier to automatically add them to the opt-ins. We're doing like outbound and it's like a really good conversation. You can put them in the message sent. If they agreed to call, perfect, hot convo, cold, nurture, disqualified, call booked. So we can start to build our own funnels inside of the leads, which will be really freaking cool to see. What we can do is we can open this and we can add in like all of the relevant information, which is pretty awesome. So these are the buckets that we have here. You can really kind of create your own. So we can see leads by actual status, which is cool. How many people are hot? How many people did we book calls with? And we can even see them by month, like how many leads were created. And then we can see lead source. We can see like where they're coming from, which will give us really good data. Other important things similar to the Momentum operating system is the calendar links. So if we are booking meetings from direct messages or email or whatever it could be, it's really nice to have these handy, and then scripts as well, so that the person that is setting the appointments has all of the operating procedures that they need in order to absolutely crush it. That is the Leads OS, and the Leads OS I think is pretty freaking awesome, and the X factor is going to be you. So from like an automation perspective, I would just add that automation from like mini chat keywords, or in Zapier you can have an automation from like your Gmail. If you label an email a certain way, then it can automatically add, but we want to be super disciplined with this. Last operating system that we are going to hit on is the sales operating system. We want to have such good systems for everybody on our team. If they get embodied into the system, they cannot fail. And that is what something like the sales operating system does. And I'm going to show you exactly why. What we can do here is basically we can create an automation to add all of our sales calls here. So what I would do is I would get a calendar link. Anytime somebody books a call from that link, I would automatically add them here, like make it a sales call. And what's going to happen is it's going to add in the status is upcoming, where it came from, which can come from the form, the role, their email, and then it can ask them questions like monthly revenue, timeline, what describes you best, goals, budget, website, all that sort of stuff that you need in order to actually succeed. Another really cool thing is we can actually also add the lead card. If I get a new sales call, and let's just say it's Tom Brady that booked the call, what I can then do is I can associate that with the lead, Tom Brady, and I can see all of the past conversations that happened to us. So that is just a relation to the other board, which is the lead board. And when I close them, I can see all of the history from the sales call, and I can see all the history from the leads. And then what that's going to tell me is it's going to tell me where that person came from, whether I'm doing ads or whatever it could be, and I need to double down on that. So this will automatically pull up all of their information based off of what they're filling out from the call perspective, and then the date of call, which can automatically pull from the calendar. If there's a follow-up call, not scheduled, could be relevant. And then if there is a follow-up call, we can make a note on the follow-up call, which we can use throughout the tabs. If we click right here, what's going to populate is a sales framework. When you're jumping on a call, all you need to do is open up the card, click on sales framework, and a template for a proven 7-figure, literally sales framework will populate. And you don't need to guess on what's going to happen on the sales call. You just need to follow the framework that's already provided to you. So from a view perspective, we have it by status. We have it like the board, whether it's upcoming, follow-up calls booked, long-term nurture, need to reschedule, no-show, failed, closed sale, canceled, which is pretty much all the pipelines that we'll probably need to see. All the follow-ups, anybody is in the follow-up section, like these are all the people that we need to follow up with. And then we have source. We can see where they came from, if it was like an Instagram follower, Instagram opt-in, and all of these are pulling from the sales. So like lead source. And you can always edit these, add more stuff, etc., which is, then we can see call calendar, which can actually sync with your calendar using the Notion calendar. So I can see each calendar or all the calls that I took and what happened with those calls, need to be rescheduled, sale, upcoming. I can see the follow-up calendar when I have follow-up calls, and I can see how many calls booked by month. In addition, what we have here is we have resources for the person who is taking the sales call to close. That includes stuff like the sales presentation. We want to make that really easily accessible. So we have a pretty much ready to use sales presentation that's 44 pages long that is proven to close. Okay, on the right hand side, we have the sales SOPs. So everything they need to win while they're on the call, the sales call frameworks, how to send contracts, objection handling, follow-up protocol, intake form, post-call email. Going back to the left, we have case studies. If we need to review case studies with somebody on the call, we can easily pull this up and then show them people who have already been winning with the offer. And then if they're ready to freaking go, we have the payment links ready to go. So we're not jumbling or creating a bunch of different payment links while they're on the call. We have payment links right here ready to rock, and then surveys, NPS surveys, if you want to also review those with the client as well. So that is the sales operating system and how we operate the sales team from Notion. So, and guys, this is just a small section of the Notion agency operating system that we give to the Agency U members, really just train them on, because this is the infrastructure that's going to take you from that $10, $20, $30,000 per month to that $50, $100, more than $100,000 per month. If this sounds interesting to you, if the Agency U operating sounds awesome, it is worth your investment literally just to get trained up and use this in addition to everything else that Agency U teaches you. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you liked the video as it pertains to the Agency U operating system. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to the channel.